Hart fans, we welcome you back to the 2024-25 Hart Women's Basketball Media Day. I'm your host, Hart correspondent Stephen Davis. Next up, we're excited to talk with Graceland University head women's basketball coach Willie Scott and Avery Walker-Henry. Coach Avery, how's it going today?
Good. How are you?
We're doing well. Coach, we'll start with you as you've seen your team progress here through the last few weeks of practice. What's jumped out to you about this group that you like?
Well, normally on an interview like this, you don't want to share all the bad news, but because the whole world is going to know, but they're going to know after one game anyway. So we had a very unfortunate preseason. We have four potential starters out. Yeah, two with Achilles and two they won't be eligible until the second half. So I was actually kind of excited that they picked us 10th because we probably would have finished in the top three. But so hopefully we get those players back second half, and now we're just trying to figure out a way to win 8 out of 13 games in the first half, and we'll be really really strong in the second half. So I'm the type of coach that don't make excuses. It's just part of the game. So I'm really excited about our return players and some new players transfers that we do have. But we'll be kind of young the first 13 games, but still looking forward to it. The biggest challenge is we have to change the philosophy of how we want to play. Two of those players that went down to 6 feet, and both of them are incredibly great three-point shooters. And so that kind of changes the dynamic of how we want to play. So we'll figure it out.
Well, Coach, you still have Avery there sitting next to you, and let's talk about her for a minute. What she means to your team on and off the court right now.
Just a natural born leader. She has the experience. I think she was either the second or third leading scorer on our team last year. We did have some really good players. Her job this year is to lead us on and off the floor. We expect her to be one of the leading scorers on our team. She really shoots the ball well. She has a lot of skill and experience. So we're looking forward to her leadership and just watching her perform this year.
Avery, let's flip it over to you. You're from not anywhere near where Graceland is located up there in Lamoni. You're from
Mm.
Lubbock, Texas. Take us through your basketball journey and how you made your way part of the way across the country to Graceland.
Oh Lord. Okay, so I first committed to SWASU in Oklahoma, and I was there till my junior year, and that just didn't end up working out because of differences with the coach. So Willie Scott reached out to me, and he told me that never to quit and never to give up on yourself. So I didn't quit, and I was like, you know what? I love basketball. I love playing, so I'm gonna go all the way to Iowa to play and get a scholarship. So that was it. Yeah.
Good decision for you so far, it seems
Yeah.
like. Let's talk about the team and your teammates this year. How is chemistry so far in the preseason as you get ready to play some real games?
We get along really well. We joke maybe too much, but it's a lot of fun with these girls whenever we can zone in and really get in the zone and work together, and we're like feeding off each other's energy, we can get it done. We do it really well. So
What's your favorite thing about game days, Avery?
I would say just the anticipation, like getting off the bus and just being like warming up, getting ready, just waiting for tip off. Like, I don't know, I just get excited about tip off.
Awesome. Coach, flipping back over to you here. Looking at your schedule, you guys have a very unique game coming up on November 15th. You're facing an NCAA Division II team, Northwest Missouri State, in Municipal Auditorium, the historic building in downtown Kansas City. How much are you looking forward to taking your team down there for that opportunity?
Just from my past experience as a coach, it's always good to have the kids go on the road and do some bonding, and also have an opportunity to play against a really good team. Of course, at Graceland, the budget is not huge, so we get a chance to make a couple of bucks, get our butts whooped, take the check, and run out. So that's kind of how we that's how we go about it. But these kids, they're inspired to play at the next level, some of them. And so we try to play a D2 school every year so they can see what it's like. They all think they're D1 players, until we play like a D1 or D2 school and they see that they're bigger, stronger, more athletic, they zoned in. And so, the goal is for them to take something from that game and learn something. Of course, we try to go in and win, but 9 times out of 10, it's kind of challenging to do that part. But just the experience alone is worth it.
Absolutely. Coach, take us through the culture of your program. How would you describe that and what you guys really value? What's most important to you?
I took this program 3 years ago. This will be my third season now. Took over a really challenging program. And that's kind of my MO. That's what I enjoy doing. I like to challenge myself. I could easily be at a D1 school making 6 digits and being an assistant coach just about anywhere in the country. But I don't enjoy being an assistant coach. So, and I don't do it for the money. So I really enjoy just taking a program from the bottom to the top. And if you've checked my resume, that's what I do really well. Um, but although I'm getting old and I don't know how much longer I can do that, but we're gonna go for it one more time. So, Graceland was in my conference when I coached at William Penn, and we knew that it was a program that struggled, and so I decided to take it over. And the first year was really challenging because that same team that I took over only won a few games in 3 years. And so our first game, I think we won 9 with that team, turned around and won 12 last year. And this year we anticipate 18. I know all the coaches heard that, so they're gonna really come at me hard, but that that's the goal. So, you know, bringing a team together from scratch is always challenging. But what I really love about these kids, they're resilient and they fight. And I'm hard on them, to be honest. I'm hard on them because not only am I trying to teach them basketball, I'm trying to get them prepared for life. And so, when a program or a conference pick you 10th, you should get excited about that and you should take that personal. I even take it personal. And these coaches know me. They know I'm not going to finish 10th in this conference, but I like it because it's a challenge. And so I tell my team the same thing. In life, you're going to have adversity and you have to stand up and fight back, and you have to earn respect. Me being the head coach at Graceland, has nothing to do with what I accomplished in other schools. I have to still prove myself as well. So they starting to buy in, and that's what I like. And by the second half of the season, they would have bought in, and we'll get on the roll, and we'll win some big games, and we'll scare some teams off a little bit. And that I I get a lot out of that. It's exciting for me.
Avery, back to you. What do you hope to accomplish personally this year and as a team by the end of the season?
Personally, I want to hopefully be recognized by the conference as an offensive like leader or like kind of like an MVP kind of. That's my goal, is just to go out there and play with no fear, because I know I have the skills and I know I can do what coach is asking me to do, and I can be a leader and lead my team. So it's just believing in myself and lifting up my teammates. And yeah.
What has it meant to this opportunity? You touched on it a little bit earlier, to play for the Yellow Jackets and to play for Coach sitting next to you there as you got to continue your career.
Um he
You,
really
you better answer that correctly.
It means a lot to me. It mean like whenever he was talking to me on the phone trying to get me to come here and he said don't give up, like that meant a lot to me, and it taught me not just in basketball not to give up, but in life, like never give up on yourself and never stop believing in yourself. So, yeah.
Talk to him about the conversation we had just last night in my office.
We talked about um we talked about a lot of stuff.
Tell him something.
Um he told me that I just need to step up and like believing in yourself. And
I'm
Coach,
I'm the old one. I'm the one that forgets everything. So I don't know why she's forgetting. But what I told her, I'll help her out a little. She's a little
thank
nervous.
you.
She has so much talent. Um, and I texted her the other day with all capital letters, and the word was what?
Confidence.
Confidence. And she liked that. And so If she just comes out and play with confidence every single day, every game, it's hard to stop her. She can put the ball on the floor. She has great handles. She shoot the crap out of it. She guards real hard. She has a high IQ. But when you don't have the confidence, you can't do any of those things. And so I always try to tell them about my experience. And as a small player at every level, I had to prove myself. But the biggest thing I had, even up till today as a coach, is confidence. And so I believe I'm going to beat every team in this conference every single time. Now, of course, we come up short, but my confidence level is off the roof. And that's what we try to teach them. And that's what I told her. Like, we have 4 players that just went down. And so, how are you going to start tomorrow with no confidence? You have to believe you're going to put this team on your shoulders and we're going to win this game and we're going to win it because you're going to carry us. And that's who she has to become.
Coach, I want to wrap it up with you here with the platform you have as a head coach, the ability to impact lives like Avery's. What was it that led you to this, and how much do you just thrive on the opportunity to impact young people?
I think it's my calling. I never coaching wasn't in the bag for me. I had a company that I made a ton of money as a fashion designer, dressing NBA players, celebrities, entertainers, professional athletes, and I was fine until I met a guy on the golf course in Mississippi, and he asked me, "What are you doing down here?" And I told him I'm down here taking care of my sick mom. And we started talking basketball, and he said, "You have a great basketball mind." And I said, "Thank you, I appreciate it." He said, "I want to hire you as my assistant coach." He was the head coach at Jackson State University. That's how I started my career. So it wasn't in the bag for me. So I believe that God has called me to do it and not just coach, but teach and get kids prepared for life, not just basketball. Of course, basketball number one, but uh, you know, teaching them life skills is also number one. So they go hand in hand. I enjoy doing it. And, the greatest gratification I get is when I come back or if I'm at the school where they graduate from and I'm at their graduation and they finish. Because it's all about you finishing what you started, and finishing it is graduating because they can never take that away from you.
Coach, great stuff. Avery, thank you for your time as well. Best of luck to you both this season.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.